fair play to you, but Cloud's already filled that void, so they know exactly what's going on towards B. I guess there is that potential of mid presence, but it is going to be that B site. Excuse me, that A site. My brain's all backwards, but for now, site's already taken. Yeah, Cloud was on the flank, but Sugetsu still got it. This time, it's worked well, and sadly for Dinks and Deno, they're not particularly well equipped. Of course. Of course, why wouldn't you spam that perfectly?
Unlucky, baddie. That's tough. It's only the one kill, though, for Navi in that round. Back on a purchase here where actually, well, SSK sat at 5k, I think, so would have been the glass cannon if he decided to invest in the operator. Let's call a timeout here. I'm not sure really if the adjustment into being a little more aggressive here in the early round, because FPX, like I said, they have been quelled. They're playing much slower, and like you said, I think it's resorted back to a find SSK and hit the other site. Really, there's nothing really feasible that Navi can adjust here, other than fighting for some of this early territory control, which FPX are now happily giving up.
And this is where I think good work from FPX to identify that. Navi, I want to see what they adjust with. Do they just put him back on a rifle? Do they just, you know, how do they change this up now for SSK? What's the plan in mind? Because we haven't seen them go to too much depth yet. We haven't seen too many like mid pushes, aggression, and too much beyond a couple of walk ups. I think we saw from like Cloud kind of walking the flank at one point. But again, for FPX, so it has been quite, you know, quite aggressive at times. It's not like they've been potentially leaving the flank open all that much. But again, I do want to see if SSK finds maybe a new look, different approach at this point. 5-5 though. We go again. Fouled the first one. And there's the send from Deno. That's the big old tag potentially coming through here. Actually, no tags.
Look good as well on the X-ray of where
how did he not hit one?
Was posted, but nothing on the back of that one. It just slows FPX down a little bit. I've got to be careful now because FPX are drifting closer and closer to him. There's no complementary angle right now from Duno, so he could be isolated pretty easily behind yellow.
And Cloud committed even further to the off angle. Best would be a one and done, but there's that pinch through middle that we saw slowly building. To get to was kind of lingering at the deeper side of middle. Get some more contact. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome, but now he's in a little bit of a predicament. Could slowly try and creep up towards kitchen, but you can see that it's going to be SSK trying to find him, create an avenue for the retake, but actually gets denied it. To get to with a really big presence, big round from him actually, being a real nuisance. As JD, too many options, too many targets, and too many players. 6-5. FPX have recovered.
Clearly have, and see where Navi's purchase lies. It's a similar situation to Breed's. It's going to be Guardians to fill the gaps. 4 of them, in fact. Still got that res, and that's why, again, I'm commenting on Cloud's positioning there. He is isolated on yellow, and it's difficult to hold that cross from where Duno was. So the fact that he's got the res, he's got the wall as well, which is so pivotal on Icebox in terms of the retakes, and sitting on it for a while now. FPX has 5 though. To resort back to 8.
And Dinks trying to find that maybe slice of line of sight, but as you can see, utility just swelling across the battlefield. Already JD. Just slip away towards the back of the site. But again, it's that touch of aggression then peeling away. Now, SSK hasn't overly rotated here. He's still sat towards B long. If they come back this way, they're probably expecting him to be towards that A site, potentially in walking middle. We saw that kind of in last round when he got into that fight with Sugetsu. Do they check this? How will they know about this? This is what's going to be tricky to work through. We do still see Sugetsu lingering over towards that A side. He's going to try and catch these two players. Walking the timing is a disaster for Sugetsu. He could have maybe had two there, or at least been a problem towards one, but him showing presence is going to at least humble